Welcome back to the Indian PokeTube, and I bring to you a super fun team. It's a very spicy team. These are not the top picks, and it's kind of an ABB team in the sense that the backline is poison, it's weak to ground and steel, and like Chestnut is an amazing counter to G-Fisk and other steel and ground types. So pick up the absolute horrible lead in the first match. I'm going to save switch to my Tentacruel and see what he has to bring in. Stays in with the Noctowl and throws a Sky Attack to chip and dip, I'm guessing, which is absolutely fine with us. I'm going to try to flip the matchup. What I think it's a Licky Tongue that came in. Let's see, I wasn't sure. Yeah, so it is a Licky Tongue. I don't think I can flip this, but the advantage is that since my Chestnut does have access to Super Power, a Super Power does around 40 to 45% health to the Noctowl, and then the Galarian Weezing can potentially sweep with its amazing coverage over the entire meta. So I'm going to let the guy go down, and since I have debuffed his defense twice, so I'm going to come in with a Chestnut, just farm this little Licky boy all the way down, all the way. Let's go Chestnut, and I'm going to leave with almost 2 loaded Super Powers. So it goes for the body slam, farm down the little weird pink blob. I'm going to go straight for the Super Power on the incoming Noctowl. Going to do quite a bit of damage, bring him into a range where I can go for a couple of brutal swings, and now it's all up to Galarian Weezing. In the back, yes, Crafty. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match, just like Home Slice Henry says. And did you just see how amazing this game was? We were hard counted on the lead. We had a pretty bad save switch, and still we won the game with Galarian Weezing with its amazing coverage over the meta. So you'll see how great this team actually is. So again, another nightmare lead against a fairy type. I'm going to instantly save switch to the Tentacruel, and he responds with the G-Fisk. Well, you can argue that switching the Galarian Weezing here would be better, and I agree with that. I think Galarian Weezing would indeed be the better save switch. But the advantage of Tentacruel is its poison spray that you can do against other mons. You can't do that against the G-Fisk, but at least we land a Scald, we get a shield, and we get off another Scald, and I'm hoping that we get the attack drop as well. We put him into farm down range, I believe. Actually, no. G-Fisk is so stupidly bulky and powerful that I think we still have to throw a move. So I'm going to overload a lot of energy, tank a couple of rock slides here. Let's see, I might even farm him all the way down. I'm not sure what I do here, but he switches out instead, so I'm going to go for a big Frenzy Plant. I mean, it's not going to do a lot. I'm going to do quite a bit of damage, and so that at least I'm not forced to go for the overheat. I think I catch a Moonblast or a Grass Knot here. I catch a Grass Knot, that still does quite a bit. I'm really surprised at how much it did. I can overfarm quite a bit. I'm going to shield this because I don't want to overheat and lower my attack, right? So this is why I'm going to overfarm a lot, shield the move, whatever it is, overfarm massively. I'm almost at 100 energy. Brutal Swing from this point should take out the Whimsicott. Great spicy pick by the opponent. Let's see what he has in the back. Galarian Weezing, he brings in his little bed wrap. I'm going to go straight for the Brutal Swing, take out the guy. In the back, he has an Obstagoon, and this match is absolutely over because, like I said, Galarian Weezing with its insane coverage, if you can give it a shield advantage or even have even shields in the back, you're going to have great games. I can easily let this go. It doesn't matter what he throws. I'm going to bring in the guy, and I'm going to go for the Super Power or the Frenzy. It doesn't matter. Again, I have a shield. I have Galarian Weezing. I can Fairy Wind him down. Opponent realizes that, and he's going to let this go. Boom! Take out the Obstagoon, and that's a great game. So, well, I was so shocked at how well this team was doing, honestly, because this is not the meta. This is not the meta at all. I mean, Galarian Weezing, you can still see it once every 2 sets, but Chestnut and Tentacruel are just incredibly spicy. Third match, third terrible lead, third save switch to the Tentacruel, and you're seeing the pattern, right? Even with the bad save switches, this is how good the team is. And now in comes the Jellicent running Bubble, and you might think this is absolutely horrible for Tentacruel, but see, it's not. So I'm going to reach a Scald here, and once I get the debuff, 2 Scalds are going to take him out. So I do have quite a bit of an energy advantage. I go for the Scald, land it. Even if he lands the Shadow Ball, I can tank this, okay? And I'm going to reach another Scald here. You're going to see this. This is a Surf, okay? This is just a Surf. I'm going to survive it on 1 HP and a Dream. Under tap, reach the Scald, and this is going to get me shield advantage. And this is exactly what happens here. I'm going to get shield advantage, and since they're not running Ice Beam anymore, these fat jellies, I can farm him all the way down. And I was thinking of going for Super Power. Let's see what I choose to do. Might even go for Super Power and dip. I think that's the better play. Yes, exactly, because this does meaningful chips so that if I have to be in this matchup later, I can win. That is 45% damage, puts him into a range for another Super Power. Think I'm going to shield this. Oh, I'm going to let it go and put all of my faith in the Galarian Weezing. In the back, he has a Lantern, so this match is not looking great, but the switch clocks are slightly misaligned, so I'm going to take advantage of this, and I do still have 2 shields. Let's see how I choose to play this. I think I can win this with Chestnut, okay? It's going to be a very tight end game. Let's see. So I'm going to put all of my faith in the chestnut, farm down the lantern, and go for two superpowers on the guy, on the flying owl. I think that's my play here. I'm going to let this go as well. And the problem, I realized this later on, is that now that we've thrown so many charge moves, the switch clock is going to come up. Okay, so that is the biggest problem. I didn't think this would happen, but at this point he can bring in the Nocturne. I'm going to go for the frenzy plant first. I don't want to lower my defense, take massive damage, get the shield, go for the superpower. Think that was a CMP as well. We win the CMP. Let's go chestnut. Boom, take down the flying owl, farm down the lantern. That's a great game. So I think that was very careful. Win con recognition, energy management, charge move throwing. I think it's a combination of a lot of skills there in that game, but I'm able to pull that one out of the hat, and I'm really happy because again these were three hard counter leads, terrible leads that we were able to come back and win. Fourth match, fourth hard counter lead. I mean, how many bad leads did we have with chestnut? Maybe I should just turn the whole team around in a different way. Anyway, in comes the Medicham, and I'm trying to look to flip switch advantage because Galarian Weezing is amazing against the Altaria. I mean, Galarian, I think this is not enough for Psychic, which is why I let it go. Yep, it was just an Ice Punch, so bad play by the opponent there definitely. I can O-Farm a lot, and I think this is another Ice Punch or a Power Punch, not enough for the Psychic. Goes for the Pup, and I think I can get 2 shields here because I can get to 2 Skulls. Honestly, I could have just gone for the Acid Spray looking back on this match because then I could have farmed him down. But he chooses to give me shield advantage. He brings in the Altaria. I can go for the Acid Spray and debuff his defense, and I can also get some poison jab damage off. I'm going to bring in my Galarian Weezing. I can tank a Sky Attack, no problemo. And after that, I think he's going to switch out. He brings in the Basti, and well, we have flip switch, and now this match looks quite winnable. I'm going to go for a Frenzy because I think a superpower does not KO. That's how insanely tanky this stupid stone face is. Luckily, we get the shield. Well, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if one superpower KOs the Basti. I'm not sure. I think it didn't, which is why I went for the Frenzy chip. Then I would have gone for the superpowers. And at this point he's definitely in superpower range. I'm going to start spamming out these superpowers, get the shield, and I can go for one more fine wave, go for the superpower. Hopefully this KOs him. Let's see, does this KO him? It still does not. I mean, it's absolutely insane how tanky this guy is. Like a double super effective move, stab, hard hitting superpower, and still it does not take him out. In comes Altaria, and I'm going to load up to the back-to-back brutal swings. I have to save an overheat for the stone face, and that's looking great because I was counting his moves. I know how far away he is. I'm going to overload by the perfect amount, go for the brutal swing to take out the Altaria. Dragon Breath is double resisted, so there's no fast move pressure from the flying cotton bird. Go for the brutal swing, take out the guy. I do have the overheat here, going to go straight for it. It's time to cook some stone face. Let's go Galarian Weezing. Boom, get him out of here. And that's a great game against the full meta team, which was Altaria, Bastiodon and the Medicham. We had terrible alignment and we still won the game. So if this is not proof of how good the team is, I don't know what is. I mean, 4 matches, 4 bad leads. Guess what? 5 matches, 5 bad leads. It's a powder snow though. I'm going to count to 5 and catch on the Tentacruel. That's a pretty good save of a shield there because that would have done massive damage to the chestnut. Plus it's an ABB team. Let's draw out the counter. He comes in a Ghost Tree. I mean, that's fine. Is this a Shadow Ball? I'm not sure. I was counting in the game. It's not. So I can go for the Acid Spray. Match is not over at all because he does have the A9 and he's going to be able to flip switch here. And can I get to another spray? Yes, I can. So this forces the Ghost Tree to go for a move, and I'm happy with that because now he cannot reach a Shadow Ball anymore. So I can come in with the Chestnut, farm down the Ghost Tree without the fear of a Shadow Ball. Oh no, I have to throw a move. I thought I would be able to farm him down, but it's still not in that range. So I'm going to go for the superpower, take him out, and if he brings him the A9, I think I go for a superpower. Okay, I don't because it's still resisted. In the back here, Shadow Machamp, and this is the advantage of Galarian Weezing. How beautiful is this mon? You have a fairy type fast move, you have a cheap bait move brutal swing which is dark type, and you have the overheat which is a fire type nuke. So with this amazing coverage, we're looking strong because I'm just going to bait him, overfarm a lot each time, go for the brutal swing here, and I think I got this in the bag. Let's see how this goes. He lets it go, but I can shield the potential rock slide, farm him down because I'm not in range for weather ball at this point, and I can just land an overheat because I'm pretty close to a superpower as well. If he shields, I can switch out, but does the opponent respect it? Boom, he does not, and that's going to send the A9 straight back to the Pokeball. And I think each of these matches was a hard counter lead. We've come back from all of them. That's just insane, guys. That's just insane. I've been running this team for a while, and I'm not sure how many matches I've lost. I think just 2 matches so far in 2 sets. So absolutely insane. Like, I'm so shocked. Honestly, I was not expecting this team to do so well, but let's go ahead. Let's see how this goes. Get a weird bit of lag. It like sometimes happens there in the game. You're forced to restart. This is the new season, by the way, with the Lucario on the on the thing, on the loading screen. Looks amazing though, this new one. And I think this is the final match of the of this video. Let's see, we're up against PJ, and we have another hard counter lead. Amazing. So we have had terrible leads throughout this video, every single match, and we pick up a lead against a Dragonair, and he catches the poison spray on the Bastiodon. Well, this is actually not that bad for me because I think I can now reach 2 skulls, and if I can reach 2 skulls here, and I don't know if I've shown you in this video before, it actually takes out the Bastiodon. So look at that, it does 60% damage on the Basti, and if he goes for the farm down, which he's doing, I'm going to reach the second one. This is going to get a shield as well, and with Bastiodon out of the way, I'm hoping that my Galarian Weezing can sweep the game, because honestly I think I can beat the Dragonair, even though the Dragonair has a lot of loaded energy. I wish the Dragonair actually threw some, but anyway, that's fine. I'm going to be able to tank that, go for the super power because he's about to reach his second flamethrower. I don't want to tank another one, and switch out to my guy, and in the back he has a Medicham, so this match looks winnable. So I'm going to have to play this carefully. Again, Galarian Weezing with his coverage is just insane in the meta. He goes straight for the Ice Punch, and I realized that I should have, honestly maybe I should have shielded it, but let's see. I think I shouldn't have, because I need to save the shields for the Dragonair. They do way more damage than the Ice Punches here, but I'm getting so low that I'm forced to shield these moves. Not looking great honestly, but let's see if we can pull this off. I mean, we can sack on the like chestnut at this point, right? So I'm going to come in, go for the catch. I am able to get the catch. I think opponent goes for an undercharge, if I remember this correctly. He goes for an undercharge, and I think that's going to win him the game. Let's see. Oh, I do have the back-to-back brutal swings. Insane. So this is going to be another win from the worst possible lead. We get off the second brutal swing. This is going to cure the Dragonair, and in spite of every single hard counter lead, we've won every single game coming back. Let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a great time.